Hello, it's Daryl at 10-Foot Truck, Good Attitude Services. I just got back from a moving labor job, repeat customer. I think I worked for that customer about 4 or 5 times, no, about 4 times. So they're a good customer. And then I have an estimate I have to do for construction cleanup, and that's also for a repeat customer. And that customer actually I did a furniture delivery for. So even with the furniture delivery or moving, I get a lot of junk removal referrals just through that. So anytime you have a truck and you're doing a service of your truck, a lot of times you're going to be asked to do junk removal as well, and vice versa. Sometimes I'll be on a junk removal job and I'll be asked to do a moving job, or delivery, like pickup and delivery of appliances, furniture. And then I did an appliance removal. Did an appliance removal. And then also, I met this is great because I've been looking for an appliance guy out here. Since I don't know anybody out here, I haven't really networked too much out here in this area. I moved out here like 4 years ago. I really don't know a lot of people. Actually, I don't know anybody. I know a few customers that have been repeat customers in that, but other than that, I haven't really networked with any companies. And I was getting rid of some appliances. I was selling them for a really good price. The guy showed up, and I could just tell just the way he had a dolly, had everything set up. He had his cargo van, and it just struck me as that maybe he's doing this for business. So I asked him if he fixes appliances. And he said, "Yeah, I fix them." And I said, "Well," and he's a real nice guy, and he was very efficient. Got the appliances in and out, really nice. Paid the price. Didn't even look at them. Just kind of grabbed them and paid the price that I had advertised. So I'm like, well, this guy, he's obviously gonna be fixing them up. I mean, they were working, but he said he does refurbish appliances. So I asked him what kind of appliances. He said he does them all. And I said refrigerators. He said, yeah, refrigerators, refrigerators, washers, dryers, ovens, stoves, and so forth. So that's perfect because I kept his number. I said, can I keep your number and contact you whenever I get appliances? Because not only can I offload appliances that I get instead of having to pay, especially refrigerators, you got to pay, where I'm at, you got to pay $20, an extra $20 fee for the refrigerator on top of your dump fee. So it's costly to dump refrigerators. So you got to charge more than normal but see, now I can give a customer a better price, because if I find a refrigerator and this guy, he's willing to fix them, I could just call him and have him take the appliances that I get that I don't use. And then also, if I get appliances, like sometimes I get great appliances that work, but I may not be able to use them in my house, and then I could sell them to him for a decent price, for a good price, so that since he's looking to turn those around, fix them, and refurbish them. So it's good to know an appliance a person who refurbishes and fixes appliances, because that helps with my business, since I get a lot of those, to not have to try to find someone. I try to do that, or have to dispose of them for an extra fee, or have to store them, which costs money. And since I don't have any storage space right now that really is a significant amount of storage space, I used to have that, where I used to store appliances and store stuff. In fact, I had an appliance guy years ago in the other city that I lived in before I moved out here. And I had been looking for someone like that because he was great. I would call him up. If I got a refrigerator, if I got a washer dryer and I didn't want it, he would come out and pick it up, and he wouldn't charge me because he knew that he had the tools and the equipment, and he knew how to fix them. So I'm thinking, like, the way the economy is now. I mean, I thought about it because credit right now is a lot harder to get, and also I noticed the credit is the interest is higher, and since interest rates have been up so high and inflation has been up high, I've heard, and I've on certain podcasts and things I've read, that there's a lot of people that are maxing out on their credit cards, and that's not good, because once they max out, it's going to be harder to get more credit. If they've been, like, say, the default on a card, it's going to be difficult to get more credit. So when you're looking at appliances, I mean, they're in the thousands of dollars for a decent set of washer and dryer. you're going to have to use credit, or you're going to have that cash laying around. And a lot of people don't have that kind of money. They have to put it on a credit card, or they have to finance big purchase items like that. So I was thinking maybe, the whole refurbishing and appliances and used appliances is going to thrive as things get harder financially for people. When the inflation goes higher and these items cost more and the credit's harder to get, they're going to look for appliances and things that are, they're discount, things that have been refurbished or a discount store, or used, or maybe on Craigslist or whatever. In fact, my washer and dryer was acting up and wasn't doing too well, and that's the first place I go and look. I go look on Facebook Marketplace, and there's some good deals on appliances. And right now I'm in the market for a stove. So what I do is, like today, my customer is doing their whole house and remodeling their whole house. And I asked her if she knew any places where I could get their stoves. If she knew anyone had a stove, it has to be electric. So, because that's what I'm in the market for now. The stove is not doing too well. It's just kind of falling apart. So I need a stove. Refrigerator is good, and washer and dryer is good. But so that's what I'm thinking, that these appliance guys that are coming around and refurbishing them and then turning around and selling them. We have quite a few of those guys out here in the area. I think they're going to do pretty good as we have this financial situation that we're in, because people are going to have to go and start looking for, because everybody needs a washer and dryer, everybody needs a stove, everybody needs a refrigerator. These things are like, you have to have those items if you live in a house. Unless you're in an apartment where they provide all that, that's different. But if you're living in a house like I am, you have to have, you're responsible for all that, and you have to have that, and you have to maintain all those appliances. Those are yours. You have to keep them, and if they go bad, you got to sell them or get them fixed. So I think that's a good market to get in. So I'm gonna network with this guy. Hopefully, whenever I get another appliance or any refrigerators or washers or dryers, I'm gonna be calling him and seeing if he's interested in them. So that's a good thing. So I made a good connection, I think. Hopefully, seems like a good connection. So sometimes when you're doing things like, it seems to me like I've met some really good connections on Craigslist through Marketplace. I mean, not through Craigslist Marketplace, but I met a really good mechanic when I was trying to get rid of a bunch of scrap metal, because I didn't want to. I was doing a bunch of sales and a bunch of reselling and collecting stuff. At the time, I had all like a storage unit full of stuff that I was trying to get rid of, and I needed to clear it out. And I had a lot of metal, so I contacted the guy on Craigslist who said he scrapped metal, and he came out and we got to talking, and I found out that he was a mechanic, and I had him come out and fix my truck, and he fixed the car, and the guy was amazing. He was a great mechanic, great price, honest. Of course, I moved out of the area, so he was so great that I moved about 400 miles, only 350, close to 400 miles away from where we lived. And I had a problem with the car here, and I called him and asked him about it, and he said, I'll come out there. I'll take a trip. He's like, are you sure with that? Yeah, I'll take a road trip out there. He drove all the way out here, and he fixed the car. So that's how good of a guy he was. Of course, I'm not going to ask him to come out here anymore. And now I found a mechanic that's close by that's good. So, but, I met a lot of good connections like that, just selling stuff or, having to put up an ad for something. So you never know when you're doing something like that. Same with when you're going to a customer's house. If you talk to them, sometimes you'll find out there's things that you may need, they may have, or they may refer you to someone else. So making those connections is important to keep your business going, and also, just to make your business more efficient. Knowing an appliance guy, now I don't have to worry about taking it to the dump. I can have them recycled. I don't have to worry about going to the metal yard, because the metal yard, the only way you're going to make, at least the last time I went to the metal yard, the metal recycling yard, the only time you're going to make any kind of money is if you have a huge truckload full of really heavy stuff. Taking a few washes is not going to do any good. It's not worth my time. And I'd rather see someone recycle it and use it and benefit from it financially, and then I don't have to pay for it, at the dump, and it saves me time. So sometimes you got to look at the efficiency of that. So knowing a good appliance guy, knowing a good mechanic, these things, today on the job. There was a guy who was remodeling the house. I was like, wow, this guy's amazing with cabinetry. Well, I need cabinets done in the house. I asked a lady about it. She said, yeah, that's a good contact for cabinetry. So you just got to talk to people. You'll meet people and some things like that. These connections that you make, it'll help your business and your life much easier and much more efficient. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I got to go do an estimate either tonight or tomorrow on construction materials removal. Hopefully it's gonna be a big one. I can make some money. So, and then I have a moving job. It's kind of up in the air on Sunday, and I think that's all. Is there anything else? I think that's it for this week. So the weather's really nice. It's not too hot. It's kind of cool, and I'm enjoying that. Oh, and I also got a free air conditioner. Of the customer today is going to help me with that. He gave me an air conditioner now. I have the rest of the mechanism that he has. It's going to give me, so I'm going to install that. It's not going to get hot here, that hot, until next week, but I'll have that to install another air conditioner. And so that'll be the second air conditioner I got off the job. So that's very helpful too. So, and now I got a bunch of stuff here in the back. I got to figure out what I'm gonna keep. I'm sorting out all this stuff in the back here. Oh, I got stuff piled here. I'm sorting out. I want to keep some of it. I want to get rid of it. Luckily, I have a little space back here. I can do that. Some of it I just haven't figured out if I'm going to keep it or not. That's part of the job too. The junk is sorting things. I'm going to keep the table and chairs. I might keep a smoker and then some of the other things, but I'll sort that out. Get that in the truck, take that to the dump, but I think I'm going to wait until I do that junk job so I can put it all together and then save some money on that. That's about it, I think. I don't think I can think of anything else right now. Hope everything's going great and you have a great Memorial weekend. Is that this weekend? I have to look at my calendar. I think this is a 3-day weekend. What's today? Today, 27th? God, I got to look at my calendar. Does anyone know out there? I think it's 3-day weekend. So hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy it. I hope you're having some good weather in your area, and if not, you're doing some good work. I noticed crack and chunk removal. I didn't finish the video, but I was watching a video where he's doing a job in a pouring rain. I'll have to go back and look at that video, but the guy's working out there in the rain. He's getting it done. He's motivated. I like the guy. I like what he's doing. I like Junk Squad and crack and junk removal. So shout out to them.